Hi Sag, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your general read for the second half of February 2020. This is a general read for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the 15th to the 29th of February 2020. Remember, if you're looking into love, it's really great if you look at your Venus sign videos, because Venus, that planet, is the ruler of love. So if yours is in Sagittarius, you're in the right place, okay? Outside of that, remember that this is a general read, Sag. All the messages provided here today, they won't resonate with all of you. Just take the ones that do resonate and leave the rest. Thank you so much. I have two decks here because there's going to be two rows. The top row here is what's going on outside of you and around you, and the bottom row is what's going on inside of you, okay? So I'm going to start by pulling the top row. What's going on for Sag? Ace of Swords wanted to come out. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Now let's see here. I need to get one more row in here. Let me adjust this. Okay, and what's the bottom of the deck? The bottom is the Chariot. That's your general energy. What's going on inside of Sag? Now I'm on to the bottom row. What are they thinking and feeling? This is the Magician. Also feels like, in touching it though, feels also like the Fool. So I'm putting that out there right now. What is going on? Knight of Swords. What's going on in your mindset, Sag? What's going on? The Tower. Bottom of the deck. Lovers. Okay. Starting with the top row. In general, I'm feeling movement. Movement, movement, movement. Movement within a situation. Movement from house to house. Traveling is indicated. Automobiles are highlighted, so some of you could be taking road trips. Feels. Could be having car issues at this time. Some of you might be thinking about buying a new car with these swords out here. It's a thought. I don't know that it's quite happening yet, but Chariot comes up. For some of you, you absolutely have bought or modified or fixed your car recently. Car troubles are indicated. Some of you, I feel like, some of you could have been stranded on the side of the road. Definitely. Car troubles. Okay? But moreover, with the Chariot, I'm feeling like there's movement away from a situation. Especially when it's backed by the Five of Cups. I feel like you're leaving behind, or you've been left behind a situation. I'm thinking you're doing the leaving. The Sun's here. Which says this is the right decision, Sag. Because you're wow, there's the Fool. I said this felt like the Fool. You're leaving behind something in favor of a new beginning, and I feel like there's more happiness and contentment within this new beginning. This does definitely involve, for some of you, soulmates, soul friends. Soulmates can be anything. They can be anywhere from a lover or a friend or a family member. But there's leaving behind a a person who fits that description, somebody who you had ties with, special ties. And not only that, there were lessons you had to learn with this person, and I think those lessons are up. And that's why you're moving into the new beginning. Okay? So for some of you, I see you moving to a new home. That, or you're moving somebody in or out of your home. Moving away from a job or into a job. Or moving out of or away from a situation within a job. For some of you, it's moving up the corporate ladder. Okay? I see that happening for you. And for others of you, it's definitely leaving out of a relationship that has hit its mark. Like you've learned all that you think you can learn there, and it's time to move on. So I really, especially with the Fool card under here and feeling like it's right here, for some of you, you're absolutely moving on and away from a relationship that I feel had outworn its welcome. And I'm drawn to the Five of Pentacles when I say that, because it was one where there was strife. And I really feel like even though you might have lived under the same roof or been friends, there was a clear separateness between you and that person. A line of demarcation right down the middle, a boundary, and it alienated both of you. You felt alone even though together, right? And this can, again, be in friendships, love, family, that I'm talking about. So even though you were together, you felt alone. And so your idea is to leave, I'll fooey with it. I'm leaving it behind. Okay, so you're moving on from that situation. That's why we have the Ace of Swords here. You're moving into a new beginning. And it's a challenging new beginning. Okay, but this is my favorite of all the aces because it's a victory card. This is a new beginning that releases you from all the ties of the past that bound you. It severs all the ties and it gives you a brand new, fresh, clean slate. So, again, it could be moving in or out of a home, in or out of a job, in or out of a relationship. Whatever it is, there are definite severings of ties. It's a victory that allows you a brand new, fresh start from a relationship or a situation that you weren't happy with. With the Five of Pentacles, this is feeling alone, alienated, abandoned, okay? Not seeing eye to eye. I really feel like you feel like, I feel that you look at the situation and the person, they don't want to hear you, is what they're choosing not to see. Some of you, that might resonate. For some of you, this is also, I just picked up money problems. You're having money situations. I feel like you're tightening your purse strings. You're looking at your budget. I see Sag just sitting at a budget and you're crossing out all unnecessary expenditures at this time. For others of you, though, I see that hard times are over. That you've come actually out of that feeling of having so very little and moving into a time of having more than enough. Okay? So it's going to be different for different ones of you. I keep hearing cutting back. So you're cutting back. You're cutting back in all different types of ways. I'll give you some examples. I'm seeing some people cutting back in how they eat so they can lose weight. cutting back and, you know, how much time they spend on the TV, how much money they spend, how much they drink, how much they smoke, who they spend time with, right? You're trying to save. You're trying to save money, save time, but also create positive changes in your life at this time, Sag. That's indicated. So cutting back. You're cutting back so you can move forward in a positive direction. You're also purging. You're purging people, places, and things. I see Sag is going through their clothes and donating, going through all their dishes and donating also their time to helping others. I see Sages cooking meals and feeding other people. Working a little bit later. So you're not only cutting away things, you're giving back. Some of you, that will resonate. Fives indicate great change. So changes in your day-to-day lifestyle are happening now. Okay? Especially with all this movement, as I said. If you've recently bought a car, well, then you're no longer taking public transportation or needing to carpool or whatever. That sort of thing. If somebody's moved out of your home, you have free space that you're capable of filling. Maybe you go from having a home situation with roommates to where now you don't need them anymore. You can afford to live on your own. That is indicated. The idea of upgrading is highlighted with the Chariot card. So your life is in some way being upgraded by the movements you're making right now. And I'm pretty sure many of you are going through multiple changes at once to different aspects of your life, right? So the Eight of Wands here suggests that communications are highlighted at this time. It's time to speak your truth. Now, this is fast words, fast actions, and fast situations. Some things can happen out of the blue, like a drop of the hat. You might receive or give apologies or invitations. There could be, especially with the Tower below, I feel like these changes, these are things that happen that create great changes in your life. So changes are happening very rapidly to you. And if that resonates, you'll know which area that this is talking about in your life. But communications are definitely also highlighted. I do see conversations happening out of the blue. Like you weren't aware that it was going to happen, and then boom, it just a time presented itself, which was absolutely perfect to have that conversation. So like a drop of the hat, you have it. That sort of thing. Or if it isn't you doing it, the other person involved is doing it. And this can be on the home front or at work or within a family relationship or a love relationship or a friend. It's going to be different for different ones of you. Keep that in mind. I love that. For some of you, I see a quick getaway. I see you packing your bags and taking a road trip or going away for the weekend. That, or I see planning of a trip in your future. You're wanting to get away. You're wanting and needing a break. The idea of balancing out your life comes into perspective now. And I really think you're in a way, at least for those that this resonates with, you're in a way that you're able to do it and want to do it. For some of you, it's going away with a specific somebody. You could be taking holiday with a group of friends or with a specific romantic partner. Others of you, it's going to be with family. And for even others of you, it's going to be for work. Like travel is highlighted. Movement is highlighted of all kinds at this time. The Chariot's been coming out in multiple readings right now. Very active time for people. All across the board. So where are you mentally? Well, with the Lovers here, definitely have a specific relationship on your mind, Sag. Now, I'm going to say right now, this is not just romantic lovers. That's why I said it's a specific relationship. A person or multiple persons is on your mind right now. This could be friends, family, co-workers, or yes, definitely somebody you're dating or somebody you're married to. But there's a relationship that their changes are happening to at this time. Some of you are actually deepening your commitment. Some of you are deepening your commitment at this time. Others of you, like I just said, off on holiday. Definitely off on holiday. And we have the King of Wands underneath, which is you, Sag, coming out in your own reading. And you could be dealing with somebody who's an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Man or woman. But your thoughts are to the future and what's coming next. You're looking at a new beginning for sure with the Queen of Cups. And again, this is the Fool. I really do feel like a relationship is highlighted for many of you, but for others of you, it's decisions that are highlighted. Important decisions about movement within a relationship, business or personal, doesn't matter. Your thoughts are on, what am I going to do? See this guy, he's sitting there, and he's obviously thinking about something. So I feel like many Sagittarius right now are thinking about what changes are they going to make to a relationship. Where is a relationship or a situation going to go to next? So decisions. I think Sagittarius are sitting on and ruminating on decisions about a situation, about the movement to a new start, okay? And like I said, with this Magician here, it also feels like the Fool. I do feel like the power is in your hands. That's what the Magician says. That action is needed. You got to quit sitting on this so long. Sag, you got to quit sitting on it and take some action and actually communicate your wishes. You have everything you need right now to achieve whatever it is you're looking to move forward with. If it's a relationship, or if it's a situation at work, or some other financial situation or health situation, you have everything you need to move forward. For some of you, you're sitting on it though. But for others of you, like I said, I felt the Fool in this card, so I really feel like you are willing to move forward. Now, what I'm drawn to most on this card is this guy. He's got an old boot, which is the sole of the boot has come off, and he's nailing the boot back together. He's nailing the sole back to the boot. Okay. So he's mending his boot. He's mending. And what is a boot? Your boot is how you walk and how you move forward. So you're thinking about ways to mend a situation and work through a situation so you can move forward, right? You're wanting to also, that's an old boot. So obviously he wants to give that boot a second chance. So what am I saying? Some of you might be thinking about giving an arrangement a second chance. Or maybe that's what you're caught up on. Whether or not to walk from this person, place, thing, whatever it is for you. So we're talking about mending and second chances. But this card is saying for some of you, that's what's holding you up. That really what you need to be doing is quit procrastinating and take some actions, take that leap of faith so you can move forward. And I see that happening. I see it happening. Within 30 days' time, you're going to be moving forward with some sort of decision. Purging. I mean, you're going to move forward and have some open and honest communication. It falls under the Five of Pentacles. So this communication is going to make some changes within a relationship. This could have already recently happened, or it's happening now. And for some of you, you're like, well, that hasn't happened yet. Well, give it some time. We're all on different timelines because we all have different birth charts. We're all born at different times in different places, in different countries. So our timelines are all different. So the Knight of Swords says, for some of you, this is open and honest conversations to clear the air. For others of you, it's mending. It's giving and or receiving apologies after a conflict or a disagreement. Okay. So for some of you, it's moving out and away from a situation through reconciliation. Okay, mending of differences and moving forward. For others of you, it's actually moving away from that situation or that person. You're leaving. Okay, it'll be different for different ones of you. But the Knight of Swords is definitely conversation. It's giving and receiving apologies. It's clearing the air. There's no emotional attachment here. It's just fact and being analytical. And it's inspired thought and action. It's clear, concise, and to the point, and it's very fast moving. And that's where you're at. You're thinking about it. Because remember, bottom row is all about what are you thinking? What are you feeling, right? So you're thinking about taking an action towards a situation that has been conflictual and leaves you feeling quite alone at times. Purposefully or, or otherwise. Doesn't really matter. Either way, you're alone. And you definitely got changes on your mind. The Tower card is big changes. Only two types exist. Those that you create. You can create the changes in your life. And the other one is unexpected changes. Changes you can't control. So, for some of you, it's going to be fast changes. Fast breakthroughs. Fast losses. Fast releases. Fast upheavals. Epiphanies happening. Fast liberation from situations. Inevitable changes, right? Of freedom and an awakening all coming. And your mind is on that. And you're rapidly thinking about it. And so it's either happened or you're going through it now. And definitely for many of you, this is going to involve a person. Okay, or a couple people. And for others, for some of you, you have made the changes, and for others of you, you're just victim to the change, right? So I have the John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart. I'm going to pull additional message for you, Sag. What is it that Sag needs to know? Okay. So you're at a point of manifestation. This almost feels like the Magician. This is emphasizing again that you have everything you need with that one again to achieve something. You're ready. You're ready. So stop procrastinating. You have all the power you need to move forward into a new beginning now, okay? Just clarify exactly what it is you want. This is all about your intentions. Because I said you're thinking about it. You're doing a lot of thinking here. This guy here, this is you. You're thinking. You're doing thinking. What do I want to do? And I feel like because of the thinking, you're sitting on a decision. So you got to clarify exactly what you want so you can move forward. Okay? And so you can transform. We got a 1 and a 1. So both of these are about you. And then the candle just went out. So that's confirmation. For real. So you might be feeling alone at this time. This was at the bottom of the deck. And that's emphasized here through the 5 of Pentacles. But it's time to move forward. The time has come, Sag, and I wish you the best with that. So those are your messages. I hope they resonate. Comment below. Let me know how this works out in your life. Okay, how is this showing up in your life? And if you happen to like the layout, the style of how I read, just hit the like and subscribe button. I love having you here. I love doing these readings for you. And thank you for stopping in and watching this video today. I appreciate it. Until next time, Sag, love and light always. Namaste.